Please note that no AI, colorization or digital enhancement has been applied to my personal archive of original postcards, photographs, slides and negatives featured on this YouTube channel. Quick service was advertised at Mac's Cafe on Anderton Road in Sparkbrook, great for those working at the nearby rolling mills who only had a short tea break or lunch during which they could grab a hot butty and a mug of tea. Perhaps those still plying their trade on the Grand Union Canal could quickly tie up their barge and run in for their snacks. Although a fair amount of old buildings have survived on Anderton Road, this row has vanished, the site being utilised for the yard or parking of vehicles servicing Wallwork, a heat treatment and coatings company. The properties can be seen on this map extract dated 1888 that reveals the row was named Prospect Buildings. Just across the canal to the east was the attractive gardens of the Sydenham Hotel, grounds that featured a bowling green, fish pond, fountain and an array of flower beds. Diagonally opposite was another tavern, an earlier version of the Marlborough Hotel. I'll make a separate video for that building and the replacement structure with the magnificent clock tower. The two properties seen here were on the south side of Anderton Road on the corner of Sydenham Road. At number 191 was the 1970s version of fast food, where locals could nip into the Greasy Spoon, traded as Mac's Cafe. This business was run by Harold McHelligott. He and his wife Gladys moved into this street during the early 1960s. Living next door in the house on the corner throughout that decade was George Stokes. The McHelligotts spent their retirement years living at Llanbadarn Fawr on the outskirts of Aberystwyth. With such a large window, it will come as no surprise to learn that the premises on the corner was formerly a retail shop. In the 1920s it was a butcher's shop run by William Onions. During this period, number 191 was already operating as a cafe, though in those days such businesses tended to be listed as coffee houses, and that was the case here when the business was run by Henry Sanders. Winding the clock back to the period when the 1888 map was published, number 191 was a greengrocer's shop, whilst the premises on the corner was occupied by the shoe and boot maker Henry Tilsley, a man who had brought his footwear making skills with him from Stalybridge in Lancashire. The greengrocery may have sold produce from the nearby farm run by the Anderton family. Was the thoroughfare named after these landowners, I wonder? The greengrocery was run by Thomas and Mary Matthews. The Welshman may have worked at Anderton Farm, as the census enumerator of 1891 recorded him as a farm carter. If so, it would have been Mary Matthews looking after the retail side of things. She hailed from Cleobury Mortimer. This post-war map shows the properties amid increased development of the locale, notably the gardens of Prospect Buildings backing onto the Great Western Works. Returning to the years following World War I, when William Onions was trading as a butcher on this corner, on the opposite side of Sydenham Road, at number 187 Anderton Road, there was a grocery and provision store run by Alfred and Elsie Highfield. That is possibly Elsie stood outside the premises. She was 28 years of age at the time of the 1921 census, and this looks to be a photograph taken in that decade. Alfred Highfield had learned the grocery trade when working for his parents, who operated a similar business at number 10 Anderton Road. He married Elsie May Ford in February 1916. In later years, the couple would live at Sutton Coldfield, from where Alfred, still working in the food trade, was working as a commercial traveller. This building still stands in the 21st century and forms part of the Sparkbrook Islamic Centre and Masjid, a branch of the UK Islamic Mission. Thanks for viewing and listening to my blurb. If you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up. Post your comments below if you have more info or a question. If you think these video clips rock, you can also subscribe to the channel.